New at 6 o'clock, our I-Team8 has uncovered disturbing new information in an apparent murder-suicide in Fishers from earlier this week.
Yeah, Brooke, our team has found red flags in the suspect's background, including another incident where he was charged with raping the same woman. I-Team8 Stephanie Zeppelin is here now with what she's learned. Stephanie.
Phil, Brooke, not only were these red flags, but a pattern of domestic violence. Derek Upshaw shut down part of Fishers and drew dozens of police to the apartment complex at State Road 37 and 141st Street. Police found Upshaw and Tiffany Plummer dead inside. But not only had he hurt Tiffany before, he had other victims. People at this Fishers apartment complex heard the gunshots. A man in his apartment turned the gun and fired at police. But this was not the gunman, Derek Upshaw's first issue with law enforcement. December 2017, Hamilton County prosecutors charged Upshaw with domestic battery in the presence of a child less than 16, strangulation, and interference with reporting a crime. According to court documents, he strangled a woman and prevented a 13-year-old in the home from telling police or 911 about the incident. He pled it down to one Class A misdemeanor, spent 4 days in jail, and paid $50.
The studies all show that the risk of reoffending is, of course, much higher if there's a prior domestic violence conviction. Rao
Krishnaya helps domestic violence victims with their court cases. He says the data shows we spend a lot of resources on people who reoffend. While Upshaw was still on probation for the Hamilton County case, he was arrested in Marion County. Tiffany Plummer told police Upshaw hit her in the face, ripped her hair out, kicked her body, bit her, and even threw a metal cup at her. She escaped by jumping off a third-floor balcony. All this while her 2 children were in the apartment. He was charged with rape, criminal confinement, battery, and strangulation. In October 2019, he reached an agreement with prosecutors with no additional jail time. He pled guilty to strangulation, but all the other charges were dropped. The prosecutor's office blames issues with evidence. Months later, he and Plummer were dead.
Accountability is an important aspect of addressing domestic violence cases. So if the message to the offender was, we're not really going to hold you accountable, then I think, in a sense, it's sort of a carte blanche to go forward and continue without feeling sort of the weight of those institutions saying, we're watching and it's not tolerable.
Because of his convictions, Upshaw should not have been able to even get a gun. We reached out to Fishers police to find out whose gun was used in the shooting on Monday. They said the case is still under investigation. They also have not said whether whether Upshaw shot Plummer and whether he killed himself or he was shot by police. Stephanie Zeppelin, I-Team8.